All right, it's good to be home. It's like a pretty nice day. Might do some shooting before dark. Good chance here. Oh no, not again. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Well, I'd like to be able to say that doesn't happen very often around here, but I can't say that. So, well, anyway, since we got the gun dirty a little bit here, so we might as well just shoot it some more. If you want to come along, you can watch us. How's that? Good. Sounds like a great plan, doesn't it? All right, so we'll shoot some more here. Sounds like a winner. Doesn't take much to talk me into shooting. Yeah, you got what you deserve, buddy. All right, let me get this car out of the way, and we'll just shoot. He got what he deserved. You know what? You used worse judgment than I did. I used much better judgment. All right, speaking of that, that's what we have here. We have a judge, and we're going to run it through its paces and see how it works. Now, I don't think these are designed to shoot the way I do, you know, 50, 100, 200 rounds. But so we even brought some cleaning gear out, and we're going to do some testing and just playing with this thing. Now this is the 3-inch model. This is nothing, this is not like one of the newer, well it's new, but it's not the carry model. I think that's called the Public Defender. They make them in all sorts of materials, alloys and stainless, I think, and every length barrel you can imagine. I think they make a 454 now, 410 combination. Yeah, it seems to me someone said something about a 28 gauge maybe, or maybe that was a Smith, I don't know. But there's all sorts of variations of this, and you can just check the website and see what you want. Go to any gun shop, any well-stocked gun shop, and you'll see about 15 of them in various combinations, configurations. So anyway, this is a 3-inch. Probably didn't plan on carrying this myself. I thought I'd just get a 3-incher, just kind of a basic model. Kind of, I like blue guns. I go back a little bit old school. It's kind of nice to see one in blue, and just see how it does, and just have something to play with. You know, kind of a hand shotgun, right? So I know that this 410 round is very controversial. So what we thought we'd do is not only just have some fun with it and shoot things that are fun to shoot with a shotgun or a pistol shotgun, but we thought we'd also do a little testing. All right. I don't know how scientific it will be, but we have some various targets here. We're just going to run a variety of ammunition through it and see how it spreads at various distances, and maybe even see how it penetrates certain objects at a little bit of distance. Nothing scientific, but just give you an idea. Bottom line is, most people don't want to be shot with anything. You know, I know a lot of people are buying this as an anti-carjacking gun, or maybe a home defense gun. And then there's of course a lot of people who think that's crazy, that a 410 is not something that's very effective, and so I understand both schools of thought on that. I know I don't want to be shot at with a 410, and you'll definitely slow me down and stop my actions, but then again, there's, you know, it's just not all that powerful, you know, 410. So let's just see what it'll do and play with it, and you can make your own judgments. Also, we may shoot some 45 Colt through it, and I know it's criticized for not being very accurate with 45 Colt. We'll see what we can do with that. What we're going to do here, and let me get 5 of these. This is just 7.5 shot right here on the just field loads right here. This is Rio. Okay, got these at a gun show, and nothing exotic right there. That's what I'll put that zombie away with right there. So one of the things that people don't realize, I know, is some people don't realize, is what the spread is on some of these guns if they don't get to a range and shoot them. And so what we're going to do is kind of explore that. So maybe you'll have a better idea. You might have picked one of these up and you have it, you know, in your home, and you are relying on it as a home defense gun, but you really just shot it a couple of times. Well, we've marked off some distances here. We're going to shoot from 7 yards and 3 yards primarily, just to show you the spread. And while we do that, we thought we'd give you maybe a little bit of an idea of penetration, what kind of effectiveness it might have, or at least how much power it has, that sort of thing. What we have, let's just move on down here, and let's see, I think I'll need, I'll just go ahead and get 5 more of these. What we're going to do is, we've got this old vent that I took out of the basement. It's a heating duct, and that old stuff's pretty tough. I'm going to show you just an idea here what we've got. It's this stuff, I mean, it's not all that thick. It's metal, tin, whatever, galvanized, but it's not like this. What we're going to shoot here is just some old Walmart pie plates. That's just a glorified aluminum foil. But this old stuff is kind of stiff, and I think it's safe to shoot. I think it's safe enough with lead shot. We'll see. We're going to make sure we got our glasses on and everything. But we're going to shoot that, and we're going to shoot this. Now that partly to show the pattern, but also just to see if it goes through it. I don't know. So again, we're not scientific, but we're trying to find some things here we could shoot that have a little bit of thickness to them. So let's start back at 7, and this is 7 yards right here. And let's shoot that pie plate first, or whatever it is, pizza plate, cookie pan, whatever it might be, and just get an idea what kind of spread you might get. If you've not shot yours much, you might have no clue. You might think it's all going to go in the center, or that only 2 pellets will hit. Well, let's just see what happens. I'm going to hold right in the center, and we'll take a look. Okay, pretty interesting. I don't think I'd want to be standing there. So, it gives you an idea. It's 7 yards. Okay. Let's shoot it from 3 yards here. I'm holding right in the center. You notice it still spread the entire pan. Looks like it spread the entire pan. It just was more condensed. So that tells me from back at 7, a lot of it didn't get on the pan. All right. And, just for kicks, well, no, let's don't do that either. Well, yeah, hang on. I'm going to walk up a little bit even closer. I'm put one right in the middle of it. Wow. Okay. So maybe that'll give you some idea as in terms of where the shot's going to hit, how it's going to pattern with 7.5. And you probably would not keep 7.5 in it necessarily. Now we were also going to shoot this stuff and get an idea. And well, let's do it at 7 and 3. Get an idea on that tougher galvanized metal what this will do. We'll stay over here on the left corner. I'm going to try to keep it off that barrel as much as I can. So I'm going to try to hold a little bit high. Okay. Now 7 yards. Of course, you got the same. That gives us a little better idea of the spread. Just look at this. We got some all the way over here, and we've got some all the way over here. So that's a wide range, and I believe we got a couple on this barrel. Yeah, we got them down here, all the way over here from 7 yards. So that's quite a spread, which means a bad guy zombie might just get 3 or 4 pellets on him of no 7.5 shot anyway, at least this particular brand. 3-inch barrel, of course, is going to spread very quickly. So now we're at 3 yards. I'm still going to shoot right there. Also, you notice none of it went through. Let's see what happens right here. Okay, 3 yards. We got it, better condensed there, in the center. But, none of that went through. None of that went through that piece of tin, okay, piece of metal. And this is like what everybody has in their house. You can go tap on it, check the thickness, whatever you want to do. That's your regular duct work that you would have in your house. And I don't know that that's any thicker than anybody else's, even though it's 25 years old. So 7.5 shot. That was the spread. Let's see. Let's just, while we're shooting that, I got a couple in my pocket. Before we go to something else, let's do something with a little more distance. Let's just take a couple at the tombstone right there. Okay. Just to see what kind of spread we get or how much of it hits it. We're We're a good bit further away here. A few pellets. Okay. Okay. A bit of spread there. Let's see. Okay, let's replace that can. Back in my holster. All right, came off for me. All right, we've got a few extras here. All right, got my old high capacity semi-automatic stapler out again. Okay, yeah, well, let's go into the next round. So that was just 7.5 inch, or 7.5 shot, that was. Okay, a couple more of those left. We might shoot some of those later. Now we do have some 6s. We might as well try a couple of those, see if we can tell the difference. I don't think we'll get a big difference in spread, but we might as well. These are 6s, and if you hunt, you do know that they're usually high brass, and there is a difference between 6s, and once you get into 6s, I believe that's what's used in hunting rabbits primarily. Okay, all right. Let's see. Yeah, I dropped one there, I think. Let me get him. Yeah, all right. Okay, we do have 6 of those. So we'll try these and see if there's a difference in spread. Get our 7-yard mark. Hold it right in the middle. Looks like about the same spread. Come to 3 yards. I can tell there's a little more punch to these. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, since these are a little bit bigger, I'm going to shoot the same area that I shot with the 7.5. And of course, if you want to take another look at the 7.5, you can just back up the video and look at it again. I'm just going to shoot over that just to make sure we have enough room for the other exotic ammo we have. Okay, that hit a little harder. About the same spread again. Didn't come too far from going through, looks like. I can see that hit harder. Okay, number 6s. Just as with 12 gauge or something, once you get into 6s, you got a little more punch. All right, so we also have some 4s we're going to look at, so maybe you'll get an idea. I'll go ahead and replace that pan. We'll just stop them there for now, and we'll go from there. We're going to move on up to a bigger pellet here. Yeah, there's a good one. I'll lay him right there. We'll use him on the next go round. Okay. A lot of arguments, a lot of controversy about shotguns and what size shot to use for home defense and that sort of thing. Much less in a pistol like this or a revolver. So we'll leave some of that to you to judge. All right, moving on down the line here, we have some number 4s, Federal Premium. Now this is better stuff. Number 4, for those of you who don't know, the smaller the number, as you move from 7.5 to 6 and to 4, you get a larger pellet. Okay, I'll get those out of my pocket so I don't mix them up. So these are 4s. I don't know if I'll shoot more, but I'll get those in my pocket. All right, and these are pretty good. Supposed to be pretty good stuff. Well, let's see, 7 yards. I don't expect a lot of difference in the spread, to tell you the truth. You just never know. Probably about the same spread, but bigger pellets, maybe harder hitting. 3 yards. All right. Now, let's back up and try the 4s on the ductwork. We'll move over a little bit to the right, about a foot. Now, you can see the spread there. You can see those vents. You could, theoretically, you could have a zombie walking towards you, stumbling towards you, and shoot from 7 yards, as you can see, and he might just get 1 or 2 of those on him, or possibly even none from 7 yards. I mean, that's one of the things I wanted to show. Let's assume that can there, that old black can, what's left of it, is a zombie coming after me. I'm going to take a shot at him from right here. Okay. All right, well, you can see we've got several on him. He wouldn't like that. I don't know how much damage it would do to him. Okay, let's move up a little bit. 3 yards, same stuff. Number 4. Yeah, bigger pellets. Uh-oh, one of these went through. We finally have someone who penetrated. A number 4 got through right there. All right. So 7.5, 6s, and then 4s. They put the little dent there. All right. Okay. So we will put up another target. We'll see it on down the line. All right. That old piece of ductwork comes in handy. I'll just take it right over here. Mainly we wanted to, the patterns are, I think, one of the most important things, because people have a lot of notions about a shotgun or even a pistol like this, a revolver, of how it's going to spread and if it spreads and how far away you need to be. Yeah, consideration of barrel length and the spread of the shot is one of the most important things with shotgun or anything, because again, that's one of the myths that that we shooters like to break, by shooting paper. We've done that in some of our videos, and I know other people have done the same. And these things really spread fast. So the spread of the shot's very important, and of course the penetration. So let's move on and try. We're up to now. We've tried the 4s. And now we're going into the more serious stuff. These are double-aught, Remington double-aught. HD Ultimate Home Defense. Oh no, sounds good anyway, doesn't it? Okay, Ultimate Home Defense. And we have 4 pellets in here. Now again, I'm not trying to sell you on one of these, this is the home defense gun you want. I'm really not. I've just, for 2 years at least, I've thought, I wouldn't mind having one of those to play with. And I know it's a very controversial subject, so I'm just trying to give you an idea of what these things do and playing with it at the same time. This might be nothing. I may come to the conclusion after I've shot this a few times, even before I finish doing videos with it, that I would definitely not want to rely on this for self-defense. I don't know. But we're just going to demonstrate some things and see what we find out. Okay, double-aught buck. So let's start back here. I was about to move up too close. Now we're getting into some seriously larger pellets. There's only going to be 4, correct? So we'll see where they go. I'm going to hold, get a nice let off right in the middle of that. Hey, now that one had a little punch to it. All right, you see where they hit. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. See all of them on the pan. I don't know. I guess at that distance that might have been a little iffy. And let's shoot right here. Now that looks better. From 3 yards with this, you're going to put some hurt on somebody, zombie or non-zombie, right? All right, let's try this now. Now since these are bigger, I'm not going to move over too far. I'm just going to shoot right there to the right of that first section and see what we get. Now we've been good. Nothing's come back at us. All right. Looks to me like 2 hit there. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I might have skimmed one across there. I think I did maybe. I think I was holding about here. It looks like one might have skimmed there. And so we got a group there, it's bigger than a softball, maybe volleyball, I don't know. Okay, oh, I wanted to see if it went through. Oh, they went out the back too. So those are some serious rounds. That's, again, that's not exactly, it's not shooting through half-inch steel or anything, but you know, that's, I don't know, it is what it is. Let me take another shot. I've got a few more in here. Yeah, I got 2. All right, I'll shoot the can there again. I'll shoot that again. All right, I can see all the way through it. So that's a pretty nice round, I'll have to say. Everything went through. Kicked a fair amount, which is good. Feels good. If you have to fire one of these to save your life, prevent somebody from harming you, then you want some kick. You want some. All right, so that's Remington Ultimate Home Defense, 4 pellets. Okay, so let me shoot one more of those from a distance again. Again, we're trying to give you an idea and see what those look like. 4 pellets, and it's about like what, 4 little 9mm rounds. You notice this better ammo slides in more easily, and it's just better made. I know what I want to do. I'm going to shoot from 7 yards that drum, that barrel. I know you have a better idea of how thick a metal drum is. It may or may not go through. I don't know. I'll shoot towards the top area there. I'm going to hold right in the middle of that top third. Okay, let's try another one. Hit pretty hard. One, two, three. 3 of them went through it. It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard. Again, those drums are not 1/4-inch steel or anything either, but you know what a 55-gallon drum's like. So that's got a little punch to it, and it's just lead, pure lead. So did the job. I guess we won't waste another one right there. So we got a better idea. All right, so I'm liking those. Okay, that'd be a viable option, I guess. Although, again, this is controversial. Some people say just put birdshot in them and forget it. All right, now we've got triple-aught. We're moving to triple-aught. And before I load it, let me go down here while John gives you some close-ups and replace our target. Almost forgot that. I know. Let's put up a different target. Let's see. All right. The cooking department at Walmart loves me. Okay, let's try some of these. Now, ooh, these are copper or plated, aren't they? So we have Federal 410 handgun, buckshot, 4 pellets, triple-aught buck. All right, we're still doing 4 pellets, and we're in triple-aught, a little bigger. All right. 7 yards. I see all of them. They're near the top. Seems like the pellets shoot just a little higher, maybe. I mean, just a tad. I'm holding right in the middle. I'll shoot another one. I'm going to hold on the bottom of that face. Yeah. Wow. Okay. That was interesting. The first time I was holding here, and they went up there. Nice 4 group there. Second shot I held down here, and that was quite a group right there. So I'll have to look at the video again. I have a short-term memory loss, but I believe we get a better group out of these. So let's move up here, put it in the holster. By the way, this is an in-frame holster I just pulled out. I noticed the frame on this looks to me like about like a Ruger GP 100 size, or maybe an L frame. And I've got a GP 100 holster like this I couldn't put my hands on. I have a feeling it'd be the perfect size. Of course, it's not quite long enough. It doesn't quite cover the trigger guard, but it'll do for now. So I guess I'm going to get a pretty tight group right here. Probably wasting ammo. I'll shoot at the bottom again. Yeah, I see where they went on this. So basically at 3 yards, it's almost like shooting a slug. So pretty devastating. Let's shoot this thing. We have another one? Yeah, a couple more. So we should get a tight group. Yeah, 1 hole. Okay. Got to shoot that drum. I'll shoot the bottom. Yeah. Wow. Okay, that's 4 pellets that are just about like that. Pretty impressive too. Pretty impressive. Got a little kick to it. It doesn't hurt. The nice thing about this are the grips. They really absorb recoil. Like, none of this is hurting me. I feel like I could shoot all day. Sounds pretty typical of me, doesn't it? I could shoot all day long. So you get a nice cushion. All right. Those are sweet. Those are sweet. Well, let's try these. Now, these are the really, supposedly the ultimate, the Winchester PDX 1, and you can see what you've got there, what's supposed to happen when it fires. And I think John's giving you some close-ups. The one we cut open there, you can see the 3 pellets, exactly what they look like. You see the BBs in there. So that's supposed to give you the best of both worlds. And this is pretty highly rated, as I understand. I mean, I'm sure it is by Winchester, but I think it's well respected. Again, for those who think 410 is even something you should consider. Piece of sharp stick, right? All right, let's put some of these in. Ooh, cool looking. Look at that. Really looks sharp. Color. Sleek. All right, so these are, I don't know, something around buck around or something like that. Okay. Oops, we forgot to, well, we'll holster it. Replace. Okay. Hopefully you're getting some idea from all this craziness. All right, 7 yards. The PDX Winchester. I'm gonna hold right. I'm gonna hold in the middle, center, but just down a tad. I think the gun tends to group just a little higher with this stuff, as I said. Okay. Interesting. Looks like, so there were 3 of those little wafers. Looks like that's them right there. Then we got some pellets. So I was holding about right here, and we got some serious metal grouped pretty well right there. So let's do it at 3 yards. And I think I'll hold below that. I'm gonna group right in the lower quadrant in the center. See what happens. About what I expected. About like the last one I fired. You know, it just puts them, that's right where I was holding, right there. So, pretty nice, pretty nice. So, from 7 yards, you've got 3 in a very tight group, and then you got the BBs sprinkled around for good measure. Not bad, not too bad. All right, let's try right here, see what happens. We'll move across a little bit. I'm expecting about the same hole, except we're going to have the BBs. I'll shoot underneath it, but now let's go to the right. Yeah, wow. Let's try another one down below there. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you can see just like the last ones, we got pretty good grouping there. And of course, those blew through without any trouble. And these BBs just about, well, some of them did go through. All right, that's tough old stuff. Ductwork, and some of you know that. Let's put one in the barrel just for good measure. Down there in the bottom. Boom. Well, I'm not sure where I think I hit right on the rim with the pellets, and they just didn't quite get through on the barrel. Let's try another one on the barrel. Again, this is not all that scientific, but we'll put one in there again, see where it goes. So we're going to shoot about all of these, aren't we? Okay, we'll put a couple of these in. Try the barrel. All right. Okay, one of the pellets went through, and looks like one did not, you know, in that area where the pellets hit the bigger pieces. So they may not be quite as likely to penetrate quite as deeply, and I think they're not designed to because they're flat. You know, that wafer, it's not round, so if it's hitting like that, it might be a little bit less likely to penetrate metal. And of course, shooting metal doesn't necessarily tell you a lot, does it? So you can see the shape of that. Okay. All right, so I don't know what else we want to demonstrate with those, except maybe try a couple more of these at a little bit distance. Now this is the 4-shot. This is some of the good stuff. Just take 4 of these at a little more distance. I'm going to shoot at the, let's shoot that can. How about this guy? Oh no, there's a spectacle. Do we have any more in here? We've been missing out on that. That's pretty neat. So hopefully that tells you something about the shot. I don't know. Let's put a couple of these shot back in and shoot the steel targets down there. Notice the spread. Now we got some 12-ounce Coke cans sitting around, and that might tell you something too about where the shot's going. I'm just going to shoot in the area. Oh. Now I was holding right on that Coke and none of it hit him. Whatever, it's not Coke, but whatever it was. So that distance, don't count on it for sure. Don't count on it. Now we're going to also try some 45 Colt slugs here too, and we might run a brush through it to make sure it's clean. And before we do that, okay, now we're going to try some 45 Colt. Okay, because this is not just a 410 shotgun. It is a 45 Colt as well. Now the thing you notice, this cartridge is not nearly as long as that cylinder, and so it has a long way to go before it gets to the barrel. And that is, I guess, the reason, one reason a lot of people claim that it's not very accurate, and it may not be. Well, I shoot a lot of pistol, I shoot a lot of 45 Colt and revolvers, so I will determine for myself whether I think it's accurate or not. Okay? Well, we start close. Oh. Okay, it's going to shoot high. Yeah, buddy. Click. Okay. Definitely going to shoot high, as it was doing kind of with that stuff. Not so much it would mess you up, but you just have to bear in mind you need to hold kind of a 6 o'clock hold, as we call it. Now, I think the first shot on this, I shot over it, and I was holding near the bottom of it, this triangle. Or is it a square? Or is it a triangle? I'm not sure. Depends on how it's hanging, right? Okay. Well, let's just reach on out. Let's see if it's gong worthy. Now, the way it was going high here close, I should be able to hold maybe in the dirt over there. We'll see. It may just throw them all over the place. I don't know. All right. I'm holding down about a foot below it. Okay. Oh, caught me flinching, didn't you? Yeah, it doesn't even kick much. I don't know why I was flinching. But yeah, I have to discipline myself to hold really low over there. So it's kind of hard to determine accuracy, quote unquote. Let me see if I can hit the ram. If I can hold low enough to pop him. Yeah, it's all that high. Can't get him down. Well, click. Okay. To me, it feels accurate. It's just that I have to hold so low that you know, I'm sighting in the dirt. You know, I don't really have an index, but as far as accuracy, you know, I'm not sure it's inaccurate. I'm going to get one of those pigs over there. I'm going to hold down below in the dirt. There we go. Okay, I think it's plenty accurate. It's just a matter of figuring out where to hold. See? Oh well. For example, I'm going to hold right on the bottom of the tombstone here, the bottom edge. I'm going to line up the sights. There, it hit near the top, didn't it? No, in the middle. In the middle. Okay. Click. So that's about a foot high, you know, at you know, 18 yards, whatever that is right there. But as far as accuracy, I don't know. Let's hit the gong one more time. Got to do it. I think I know where to hold. If I miss it, it'll be going high. You won't see any in the dirt, even though I'm holding down in the dirt. That's amazing. So I just need to put a what do you call it? Something orange. One of those things you shoot out with a shotgun. Clay pigeon. I knew it'd come to me. Too much gunpowder I've been breathing. But a clay pigeon over there in the leaves, something to index on, and I can hit it every time. So accuracy is fine. No problem. Other than it just shoots high. Need a lower front sight actually, or a rear sight that's adjustable. You know what? Last shots, we got a couple of soft drinks down here sitting there laughing at us. We got to take them out before we wrap up. Okay, it's getting dirty. So let's put 4 in. Okay, there's one. Hey, we need to do that more often. Yeah, that is another dimension to shooting these soft drinks. So anyway, I don't know how useful that was to you. Again, I know it wasn't very scientific, but we wanted to do more, a little bit more than just come out and shoot up the place, you know, with it, because it is one of those semi-controversial subjects about whether or not a 410 is of any use as home defense or self-defense, much less than a 3-inch barrel or a 2-inch barrel. But that's what they do at those distances. That's how they spread. You get kind of an idea how much punch it has, and you know, you be the judge, do what you want to do, but you know, I don't want even birdshot coming at me that ain't kind of close to even 50 yards away, but you know, putting someone's eyes out or whatever. So anyway, beats nothing, beats throwing a rock, and it's not maybe as effective as a 44 Magnum hit. But you know, one of the problems, one of the issues, and I'll get into this later, but is some of the people that carry these or have them in their homes or are buying them probably don't shoot a lot, you know, and they feel better having a little shotgun. So, you know, I'm not going to argue with that. Not going to argue. So anyway, interesting little gun. Been meaning to get one to play with for a while. We'll do some other things with it. We may do some more testing and penetration things and spread pattern, you know, testing as well. So hope you enjoyed that. Kind of crazy, I know. Lots of different things we shot at there, but we had fun. So hopefully you learned a little bit, and life's good at the compound.